just to let you guys know, any of these review videos that I do, if you want to pause before I work it out and try the problem yourself, and then I'm going to go through it on the video, that's something that might be helpful for you guys. So anything that's a review video, take that chance to try it, kind of like a you try, but I'm going to go over it like I would in class. Sabrina grows flowers. In a competition with other flower growers, she earned the following scores: 7, 10, 10, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 9. So the questions are saying, what is the median? What is the first quartile? What's the third quartile? Draw a box plot and then write 2 conclusions about the data shown in the box. So first we have to put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So my numbers in order from least to greatest, and then I always like to go ahead and just write out my min, LQ, median, UQ, and then max. So I have that out. So my min and my max are easy, 6 and 10. My median, you guys know I go left to right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So my median is going to be 8. And then from there, we're going to look at the lower half of the data. So we're not going to include that median. We're going to look at the lower half. So if we go left, right, we have 2 numbers in the middle. We take the average of that. So 7 plus 7 is 14, and then 14 divided by 2 gives me 7. So remember, if the number is ever the same, it's just that number. That's kind of easy to know. And then we have the top, or the upper quartile, where we have 2 numbers as well, but it's 9 and 10. So you could think of it like this: what's halfway between 9 and 10? And it's just 9.5. So that's one way to look at it. Or, like we did earlier in another lesson, we would just add 9 plus 10, get 19, and then 19 divided by 2, and we would figure out fairly quickly that it is 9.5. Okay? So whatever you start recognizing on your own or doing on your own, that's totally cool to find some shortcuts. So what is the median? To answer that first question, A, what is the median? The median is 8. B, what is the first quartile? Well, your first quartile is your lower quartile, and your lower quartile is 7. And then C, what is the third quartile? Your third quartile is your upper quartile, which is 9.5 or 9 and 5/10, 9.5. And then D, draw a box plot. So we're going to draw a box plot, which means we have to draw a number line. So my numbers go from 6 to 10. So let's just go ahead and write 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I have some extra room. I'm just going to do 11, 12 because I can. So my box plot will have a min at 6 and a max at 10. And then my lower quartile is 7. My median is 8. And my upper quartile is 9.5. So notice I'm in between 9 and 10. So draw my box. And then draw my horizontal line sticking out. So there's my box plot. And then it says write 2 conclusions about the data shown in the box. So you could say something like, I know 50% of my data is between 7 and 9.5. So 50% of data is between 7 and 9.5. That's something we could take. We could even do something like 25% of the data is less than 7. Something like that. So just remember that these are all equal to 25%. So the whole thing would be 100%. So all of her data is between 6 and 10. All of her scores for her flowers are between 6 and 10. So that's something that you could. So your answers could vary. It just says draw 2 conclusions about the data. Last question is asking us to find the error that Casey made. So let's read it together. It says, Casey recorded the weights in pounds of 10 cats at the vet's office. And then it labels all the data: 5, 8, 6, 13, 16, 12, 5, 8, 10, and 15. Casey then drew a box plot using the weights. What error did Casey make? So we basically have to find the information those 5 key points and see which one he might have done incorrectly. So we're going to label them first from least to greatest. So here are my numbers from least to greatest, and then we're going to label which one's my min, my lower quartile, my median, my upper quartile, and then my max. So my min and my max are 5 and 16, and then my median. So let's do left, right, left, right, left, right. Oh, so here's my median. I have 2 numbers. Well, what's halfway between 8 and 10? 9. So that's my median. Or again, we can say what 8 plus 10 is 18, and then 18 divided by 2 is 9. So that's another way of doing it. So now my lower quartile. So I'm going to separate my data. If I have an even number of data, I can go ahead and look at these 5 on the left and these 5 on the right. So if we cross off, my lower quartile is 6. And then let's cross off here, and my upper quartile is 13. So let's see what he plotted. So let's see, we have, it goes by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So if it's an odd number, it should be in between the 2 even numbers. So my minimum, is this represented by 5? Should 5 be here? Yes, so the minimum's good. My lower quartile is 6. Well, this would be my lower quartile. Yes, it lines up with 6, so that's good. My median, this is my median right here. It's my median line up with the 9. Yes. My upper quartile is 13. Is this 13? No. So this actually should be here instead. So what is, and then let's make sure the maximum is correct. The max is good. So what error did Casey make? Casey's upper quartile, and let's put lower quartile. Casey's upper quartile was wrong. He put 12 and it should have been 13.